Hello, welcome to DK Boljat. I'm happy you're here. Today I am going to start a new painting. This is my favorite time. When I get a blank canvas, I love it because it's endless. I mean, I could do so many things. The potential is great. And I really enjoy that. So I wanted to show you what I am going to paint. When I go walking, I walk past a tree on the side of the street that's now in full bloom. Now I know this is a black and white picture. I will have a color picture later, but right now I'm just looking for where the sky is and the background is. And I will probably eliminate a lot of the things in the background because, you know, you can do that when you're the artist. Works out well. So I'm going to take this canvas and I've already put a layer of gesso on it. And I'm going to take, so this is white and I'm probably going to need more. So I'll probably give myself more here. And then I'm going to add a little bit of phthalo blue, and it's the green shade of phthalo blue. Because I won't need much of the phthalo blue. I'll be fine with very little because it's going to take over the color anyway. So without even squeezing any out, I can see there's some right at the opening. So I'm just going to take it and touch it to the canvas, or to the palette. There we go. That's plenty. I mean, that's probably more than enough. So I'm going to shut this back up. I want to make sure and clean off the rings on it a little bit and then shut the lid on it so that I don't make a little part where at some point it would stop it from, it would actually make it dry, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to talk and do this at the same time. It's okay. I will just go ahead and put the lid back on and make sure there's nothing coming out from the sides. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and start painting that. So I don't see a lot of sky at the bottom, but I might change that in the picture. But this is just a little bit of a value reference. I'm going to put that right there. And I will go ahead and load up the brush, a little bit of water on the tablecloth. And then I'm just getting some white, starting with white. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the blue into that white. And I don't really want it to be a stark blue, so I might be almost there. That might be just what I need. Let's get a little bit more. And yeah, I think that's going to be good. Oh, that's too much. I need that blue off of there. And then I'm going to grab a little bit more white. There we go. Because you don't want to keep adding white to it. When this paint dries, it will be darker than it is here. So knowing that, I don't want it to be too dark to start with. So I'm going to come up here and go over the top of this, go on the sides. This is a 1-inch brush. It's a 1-inch acrylic brush. You could also use a 1-inch multimedia. And yeah, I don't need to cover the whole thing because I'm going to be putting on there trees too, like you know, the greenery of the tree in the background, which will be fun. But I just love starting out with a new canvas. That's, like I said, that's my favorite time when I'm painting. Because your options are endless. And that's what I meant to say the first time. There we go. Okay. Grabbing the rest without, I don't want to pick up that blue. Not too much blue, come on. There we go. And then I might have a little bit down here and a little bit over here, kind of to tie it all together. And then I'm going to get green to do this. So I'm going to grab some green. And this is going to be Hooker's green, I believe. Let me go and grab it. And it's a darker green. And I think this one's an older jar of Hooker's green. And see, it's Hooker's green. And then I'm going to open it up as an older jar. And I will load the paint out of here with a knife. I don't want to stick my brush into here after I've got water on it, even if it's distilled water, which it is. Just grab a little bit on the knife and then put that onto my palette. So this blue, if I need it later, I'll keep it covered, and I'm just going to go to the next palette. There we go. And I will go ahead and get maybe another color of green so I don't have to go to too much. Because okay, this is gonna be in the background. So that's Hooker's green, that's just regular Hooker's green. And I'm gonna get a different brush because this has white in it and it'll make it sort of a different color. I don't wanna do that. But I'm gonna grab a different color green as well. And that is, I've tried this a couple times, but a little bit of middle green. So this one's Creative Inspirations, middle green. And then I've also got Blick Acrylic Sap Green hue, which means it's not the actual color, but it is a hue of it. So it's fine. I'm gonna put a little bit on there and then I'm gonna add a little bit of yellow, maybe. I mean, just to make it look like different parts of the plant in the background. We're not gonna know, it's not gonna be detailed. So I'm putting these on the palette. Yeah, oh, whoop, that was too much, there we go. That's good, and then yellow. So yellow's gonna be just CAD medium. CAD yellow medium. Get that over here. And I don't know if you noticed or not, but I don't really have a, what do you call it? A palette that's, you know, a organized palette. It's fine. It's all gonna come out the same. It's all gonna work. So get those green flecks off of there, and I'm gonna start with going into the green. So this is another 1-inch brush. This one's just had a little more love on it. It's a little bit wider. I even got a little bit of white just now on that, but it's fine. You won't see that. It's gonna blend in. So I'm gonna load the green on here. It's the Hooker's green first. I'm gonna load that, and then I will grab a tiny bit of the middle green. There we go. And bring that to the corner here. And that'll be my start. I'm gonna do that to start with. And then looking at the picture, the one I want to do, I'm gonna just tap in where I want to have some of the green from the tree. Put this across the top, it's gonna need it across the top. And then in the center here, and just coming down, just sort of making a, I don't know, bush, sort of, just tapping in sort of a bush color. It doesn't have to be solid green, but I'm gonna get more of the Hooker's green. And this time I'm gonna grab a little bit of the yellow with the Hooker's green on this side. And I'm gonna start tapping in that. Now, if you notice, the paint has kind of stuck together, which is making a better, I think, a better print of it. More Hooker's green and more CAD yellow. And I'm gonna come down here and see, I'm gonna just fill in where there is hardly any of the blue. And if there's no blue at all, now I notice it's making a pattern. I don't want any patterns on here, so it's, if you can see the way it's painting, I'm just gonna hold this together with my gloved hand and get some on the side here. But yeah, this is so much fun for me. I just love it. I just love creating. Okay. And yes, there we go, across the side. Do more. That's going to be over here. We're going to make the shape of the tree. There we go. And we'll just act like that's a, you know, fir tree in the background there. It's going to also have to come off of here. It wouldn't just stop. So I'm just tapping it on the side. And in here, just a little bit. Let's see if we can get some in there. And then yes, I've got more paint. I need to get more paint. I can tell because it's kind of getting, I don't know if you can see it right here, but it's sort of chalky. I need to refill my brush at that point. And my paint is sort of dry, so I'm gonna go in the water and then go into the paint again. I don't wanna go water to here. It's gonna make a big old puddle and I won't be able to get that off, so. I went into the paint, which is gonna loosen it up a bit. And where it's kind of chalky, I'm gonna go right over it with the shape of a plant. So I'm thinking, these are gonna be fir trees in the background and maybe arborvitae. It might be arborvitae too, I don't know. It's gonna sort of help frame the tree in the front. When I get that in there, it'll help to have this around it. So I'm just gonna go around the side. I'm not worried about where the tree's gonna be yet. I'm just putting in the background right now. And I have to think about it. I can't just do it and have my brain check out. I've got to be thinking about it. Okay, I'm gonna go in the sap green now. So water to sap green, there we go. And right into the hooker's green with sap green. I'm putting them together, and I'm gonna continue putting in this plant, whatever it is here. And the whole time I'm moving my hand and I'm turning it that, you know, back and forth, sideways, different shapes to where it's not the same old pattern. If you see a pattern, it's gonna throw off what your brain thinks it is. It'll make it seem like it's something it's not. So you don't want a pattern, you want it random. And so I'm just tapping it in randomly. A little bit of middle green and mixed with this hooker's green up here. And it could be right here. And yeah, there might be trees back here. I don't know. I haven't thought about that yet. But right now, my focus is going to be that plant in the front that's on that tree. The flowers on the tree. Yeah, I have to figure out what it is. You know, and I have pictures of it. I just have to look it up and figure out what it is. I am almost done. Get a little bit on the top here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, a little bit on the bottom here. And I'm noticing this is a lighter green. I like that. So I'm going to do more of the middle green with my hooker's green. And then I'm going to call it done for today. And I am so glad that you joined me today. I'm glad that you were here for this part of the painting. The start of it, like I said, is my favorite and always has been, just because I'm not afraid of how it's going to turn out. I am happy to fail if I have to fail, but I don't know that I have, but I'm happy to give it a shot and try my best, you know. And I know the Lord is with me painting. The Holy Spirit's here with me painting. I know He is, because He's with me. So I'm just going to continue tapping that in. I'm thankful that you were here with me and you got to see the beginning. And please subscribe to my channel. And yeah, leave a comment if you want to. You probably wonder how the tree's going to get in there. We'll do that next time. Maybe even with the screen wet. I mean, it might be wet still. We'll see. Anyway, okay. I'm going to stop. And thank you for watching this video with me. And I thank you for subscribing to my channel. It's at Boljat. And yeah. I'll see you in the next video of this. I'll figure out what the name of the tree is, and I'm going to put that on there in the title too, probably, maybe. We'll see. Okay. Well, thank you very much. And have a blessed day.